All right, friends, let us begin the meditation. Take a very comfortable posture, crossing your hands, fingers into fingers, crossing your legs, gently closing your eyes. Become one with your breath, friends. Your natural, normal, soft, simple breath. The more we empty ourselves with the thoughts, the more we receive. The more we have space, just be with your breath, friends. Only your breath. Let your mind not dwell in the past or the future. To keep the mind at rest, let us use our support system, which is our breath. Last 1 minute, friends. Let us all be grateful for our lives and for every life around us. Last 10 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. Whenever you are ready, you may remove your hands and open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a angelic, peaceful journey. And before we get into the experience sharing, friends, I would like to share today's topic, which is on mechanism of birth. It's given by Geoffrey Hodson. At the moment of germination, the physical permanent atom is attached by an angel to the newly formed twin cell. This presence of the permanent atom, vivified by the descending, egoic, creative energy or microcosmic word force, bestows upon the twin-celled organism its ordered biological impetus, causes it, in fact, to grow according to the word. The creative energy, now emitted into and through the permanent atom and twin cell, is found to produce four results. The first one, the establishment of a field or sphere of influence within which the building is to occur. This corresponds to the formation of the ring pass, not of the solar system in macrocosmic creation, represents the range of the emitted rays and serves to insulate an area against the intrusion of foreign vibrations and substances. Now, the second one is the magnetization or attunement of the matter within its field. The play of creative energy brings surrounding matter into vibrational harmony with the individual about to incarnate. Now, the third, the production of a form. This form, which might be regarded as the etheric mold into which the physical body will be built. The prenatal etheric mold, which appears very soon after conception, resembles a baby body built of etheric matter, somewhat self luminous, vibrating slightly, a living being, the etheric projection of archetype as modified by karma. Within the etheric mold, there is to be seen, in terms of flowing energy or lines of force, each on its own wavelength, a sketch plan of the whole body. Every type of tissue to be is represented, differing from other types because the energy of which it is an end product is itself an another frequency. Thus, the bony structure, muscular and vascular tissues, the nerves, the brain, and other substances are all represented in the etheric mold by currents of energy on specific frequencies. The play of the emitted vibrations on the free surrounding matter may possibly be the factor which causes atoms to enter into differing molecular combinations to produce various types of tissues. These molecules are attached towards the lines of force and settle into their appropriate places in the growing body by virtue of sympathetic vibration or mutual resonance. Thus, again, every part of the physical body in substance and in form exactly fits the incarnating ego, karmic deficiencies, which are to work out in terms of malformation, weakness, and disease, are represented in the mold by dissonances or even breaks in the particular lines of force along and according to which the tissues are built. Now, the fourth one, the effects of germination is the evocation of the Devic builders of form. The class or order of these which is evoked is also decided by resonance. Thus, nature spirits of the building order in the immediate neighborhood, which are in the vibrational attunement with the currents or notes in word force emitted by the reincarnating individual, alone hear and respond. Arriving on the scene, they enter the sphere of influence and find themselves in an atmosphere entirely congenial to them because ruled by their own inherent God. They then proceed instinctively to absorb into themselves and therefore further to specialize the free matter, after which they assist in its vibrationally governed deposit into its appropriate place in the growing structure of the body. The building angels at the astral and mental levels, in addition to the supervision of these processes, through the instinctive response of the nature spirits to their thought, concern themselves also with the construction and extremely delicate adjustment of the mechanism of consciousness. This consists physically of the body itself, the cerebrospinal system with the seven nerve and glandular centers situated at the sacrum, the spleen, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, and the pituitary and the pineal glands. At the etheric level, the etheric counterparts of these centers and glands, and in addition, the etheric chakras must be perfectly adjusted to the physical organs, the health and efficiency of which they govern. Similarly, in the astral and mental bodies, the seven chakras, in their turn, must be adapted to the corresponding etheric and physical parts of the mechanism. A sevenfold mode of manifestation in the body and seven channels through which it can gain experience therein are thus provided for the ego by the chakras and their corresponding physical centers. These human chakras are projections of the seven corresponding vortices in the planetary and solar archetypes, and with Devic assistance are produced by the play of word force from them through the human causal body. When karma is favorable to perfect function, the chord of each chakra is perfectly harmonized. The seven in tune with each other and with each of the bodies in which they exist, as also with the corresponding centers in the other bodies. Under such conditions, perfect health and efficiency of function are assured. When there is dissonance created by transgressions, mental, emotional, or physical, and the consequent malformation or distortion of the chakras, imperfection of function is a result. The karma of disease would seem to operate primarily by disturbing vibrational attunement. A break in the rhythm of descending energies at any level ultimately causes ill health in the physical body. In successful spiritual healing, a flood of corrective and vitalizing force descends through the ego and superphysical bodies and their chakras into their physical body, sweeping out inharmonious substances, restoring harmony, and therefore the free and unimpeded flow of the inner life force throughout the whole nature. So, this is from the book which Geoffrey Hodson has written. The book's name is The Kingdom of the Gods. So, yes, friends, this is about the mechanism of the birth in 5 levels, 5 stages, how we take birth. If you want to share anything, friends, you're free to share your experience on it. Because here it has been clarified that we all have questions, isn't it? Like why the baby is like, have these problems, why the health of the baby is like this. So this small article gives us an understanding that yes, they come with the karma, that's why the baby has to, when the baby is born, maybe the legs are not functioning, or the heart is there is a hole in the heart. All these things are linked with the karma. So yes, friends, if you have anything to share about this topic, mechanism of the birth, please go ahead. And it is beautiful to know that there is always an angelic presence, the nature spirit's presence when we are about to take birth, or the whole process. They're always there with the baby after a mother conceives. Yeah. Anybody, friends?
Hi, Madhu.
I know.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the meditation, Madhu, and wonderful topic again. I learned a little bit more about the phenomenon of how the baby souls, or let's say the souls, enter the mother's womb when I read the book Spirit Babies, and even some other books, but that was more, let's say, interesting information I got. And the same thing you have shared today, um, in much more details. And what I do understand as I get through these informations is we know little, and we always see the physical aspects. And there are more wonderful things that come into play to let these physical things happen, and why certain things happen in a certain way. We are very far from understanding, and rather we tend to perceive things completely from the little understanding we know. So it's so very beautiful. As we connect to this information, we tend to drop the regular perceptions we have. We start to look at things with a different eye, with a different, not an immediate understanding, but let things happen from a higher perspective, understand from a higher perspective. So everything has a reason behind why it happens. It is not just driven just like, in a normal understandings we have, right? So very beautiful. And thank you, Madhu. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, friends. To know more about the babies, how they come, I recommend you all to read Spirit Babies. It is also a wonderful, wonderful book.
Yeah, and also Madhu, once I read that book or even other books and understanding few dynamics, every time I see a baby or every time I see a mother, or let's say who is pregnant, or whenever I have discussions with people about someone being pregnant, I kind of share to them that that phase is so very important, because there are so many dynamics happening behind that we generally are not shared this information. People think the baby is born and comes into life, and things will start to happen once the baby is outside on this physical world. However, from the zero moment, or even before the soul decides to enter a particular family, so many things happen. And even after entering the mother's womb, the soul is conscious. The soul is so very lively, things happening there. And how should the ambience be around this phase where the soul had entered and being there? And even certain glimpses I got when I read Many Lives, Many Masters book, wherein, Catherine in that book explains how she is conscious when she was in the mother's womb, 3 months old, and she could see, smell, feel, hear, all these things. And that really touched me, and shared the same wisdom to everyone when I see them or speak, that you have to be so very conscious about each and every thought, about each and everything that is happening around in those phases, because we don't understand many things, right? We do not know many things. That's so very beautiful how everything is connected, how everything is also intricately taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ram, for this wonderful sharing. Yes, yes, Sharo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you all. Beautiful topic indeed, very close to my heart. And as Ram sir and you recommended reading the book Spirit Babies, definitely it's a beautiful book which everybody should read. Um, just needed a few things to add on whatever Ram sir said through my own experience. Like we generally have this impression that whenever we take birth, since it's a pre-birth planning, we come into this world with certain things like the karmic baggages and everything. Definitely that is the case. But what happens is, even in the womb, the child, the baby can still take a decision whether to be in this world or not to be in this world. That is the reason why miscarriages also sometimes happen when everything is going smooth, but still all of a sudden a miscarriage happens. It is because the baby, the soul is not yet ready. Because people feel that, from the first day onwards, the soul is there in the womb. But it is not that the case, because the soul keeps going and coming, and it is only in the third trimester that actually the soul comes into the body of the baby. And at that time, though, whatever emotions that mother is going through, whatever problems, issues, or even if she's in a state of happiness, that actually gives an impetus to the soul, to the baby's soul, to come into this world. So what I'm going to share is my experience as a mother when I was having, my firstborn. That was 20 years back. By the grace of angels, now he's 20 years old, my first son. So when he was in my womb, at that time I was going through a lot in my life. There were so many negative feelings and emotions inside of me. And trust me, he was supposed to come into this earth on about, you can say, uh, he was born on 24th of June, but his due date was actually 10th of June.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was supposed to come on 10th of June, but he took such a lot of time to come. Why? Because this was something later on I got to know through the angels, that why did he take so much of time? Because he was confused. My son was confused whether he wants to be here in this world, whether he wants to come into this world, or he doesn't want to come into this world. So he was taking so much of time. And my, when I was delivering the child, before that, I was going through loads and loads of pain. I mean, the doctor said probably the baby will not be able to come. Probably you will not be able to give birth, or maybe it will be a stillbirth. So I just told them that no, you have to just keep going on, even if I'm having so much of pain, because I knew, from inside that yes, he is going to be there, but probably with a little difficulty. So from 10th of June till 24th of June, I was in the hospital because the due date was the due date was over, and the doctors did not know what to do. So later on, the angel said that he was going through a lot of turmoil. He could not decide. My son, his soul was not ready to come into this world. He was probably thinking that, he's going to go through the same challenges, and he was feeling very jittery. He was feeling very nervous, before coming into this world. And it was very startling later on to know that, even the soul goes through each and every emotion. The soul also gets nervous before coming into this world. So that was an experience which I really had. It was a beautiful experience, but it was at that time very painful because I didn't know what to do. At that time, I didn't have angels with me, but yes, as I always say, that I'm very, very close to Lord Shiva. So he was guiding me throughout. So yes, this is what I wanted to share with all of you, that yes, the soul is there, the soul decides to come with a pre-birth planning, but it is not necessary that the soul will absolutely, come into this world till the last moment. The soul keeps deciding whether to come or not. So this was my experience that I wanted to share with all of you. So thank you so much.
Wonderful, Charu. Yeah, because this gives also an understanding. I got an understanding very long back why this miscarriage had happened in my life, because I was not stable in my mind, in the sense like I was not ready. I just wanted to be busy. That's the reason why I invited the baby. But I think surely, like the baby, the soul of the baby must have thought, okay, my mama is not ready yet, like she's not stable. How will I go into the world if she's not stable? So I think
Yes.
it went back, that understanding I got it later. And the other thing I have also read in this book called Echoes of the Soul by Echo Bodin. In that also, there was one lady like who is overdue, and she's in the hospital, and the doctors, like by trying, and but nothing was happening. The baby was not coming out, and all these things were happening, and they invited this lady Echo Bodin, because she communicates with the soul, like the soul of the baby. And when she communicated with the soul of the baby, in that world, like where the babies are, or in the other worlds, so the baby is very busy in studying. Like Echo Burin goes to that soul and asks, hey, your mommy and daddy are waiting for you, and she's going through a lot of pain, and like, what are you doing here? Then the soul said, I'm going, after a long time, I'm going to the earth plane, and I'm reading so much so that I gain so much of information of how to be on the earth plane. So like as you told, Sharu, yes, they are also very, like it's also an experience for them, because it's not just like we are born immediately. It's not like that. We go up there, we take many, 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 many years, maybe hundreds and thousands of years, we rest, as there is no time over there. So we rest, and we take some lessons, and when we are ready, we come back. So it is again, after this long time, it's a new experience for the soul. So it will be also as tensed as the parents are. So then the soul says to Echo Bodin, say that on this particular day, tell to mama that I'm going to come. And And when she communicates to that the mother and the father of the baby, then the baby came exactly on the date which is said by uh, the the baby itself. So yes, it's very true. And like how all these things happen, as Ram said, it's not just like that we a baby, it we just get pregnant and then we like it's not normal. It's so much, there is so much to learn from it. There is a um, there is a miracle in it, like if we understand the mechanism of birth and like that whole process, it is really mind boggling, like it's really amazing. So yes, friends, please read these books, Spirit Babies, Echoes of the Soul, and have this understanding. If you have any friends around you, please inform them about how to be, like how to be calm, because that surely affects the baby. As Sharu was explaining her case, her son was really, might be thinking that my mom is going so much, like maybe I might also go through the same. So um that's why he was not ready. So like we have to prepare all the would be mothers to be in a very calm state, because at these times the souls who are coming, like they are marvelous souls, they are higher masters, they are coming with the um, grander plan, to bring a greater shift to the earth plane. So yes, friends. And the other example is, I would also share about my best friend over here, who lives here in Germany with us. And we have seen her face, like when she got pregnant, and the entire face. Now the baby is 9 months old, and how the baby is, like and how this mother was when the baby was in her tummy, like how she kept herself, how calm she kept herself, how much meditation and how much book reading she did, how much walk she took in the nature. And now when we look at that baby, it's like like it's like a divine, like she's always smiling, she is always happy baby, like because the mother created an environment for that baby that gave an assurance to the baby to be comfortable when she came outside as well. So yes, friends, this is what I wanted to share, and thanks for listening.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. Because for the soul, the learning starts from the womb itself. So it
Yeah.
is not that when we come here, take birth, and after 6 or 7 years, when we are growing up, after that, the learning starts. The learning starts for the soul. It starts in the womb. So the same thing happened with me. So as far as Jyotish is concerned, it's really surprising, when I actually in those last few days I started connecting with him, and I started assuring him that he will be taken care of, he
Mm.
is loved, and I'm going to love him like anything. That when I was delivering him, it took just 5 minutes for me to deliver.
Yeah.
Just 5 minutes he was out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's very difficult for the soul also to understand these things, because they also get nervous. So there was another case, no the case another friend of mine, and it was an accidental pregnancy, you can say. It was,
Mhm.
it was just 2 months
Not
of a
planned.
marriage, and yeah, it was not planned, and just 2 months of a marriage, and she was pregnant. And from that day onwards, there was a feeling of unacceptance.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that I don't want this baby, I don't want this baby, this baby has ruined my happiness. These kind of thoughts were hovering around her, and she didn't want this baby at all. So what happened was that throughout the pregnancy, she had this feeling, and she had a very difficult pregnancy.
Mm.
During the time when she delivered the baby, after that, the baby came, definitely. The baby came, but the baby was so cranky, she refused to take the milk of her own mother.
Mm.
She stopped taking milk. She did not want to take the milk of her mother. So she asked me that, she gave me a call and she said that, Sharu, she's not taking the milk, and I'm so devastated right now. So I tried to understand why the baby was doing that. So I asked her, so what has happened? And she told me that these were the things that happened. And I told her to do the forgiveness. to do everything, to tell her that she's being loved. And after 15 days of doing all the processes that were being told to her, that she realized, where she was wrong. And after 15 days, that baby started taking the milk. Otherwise, she was being admitted in the hospital again because she was not taking any milk. So she had to be given through intravenous strips, so that something goes inside of her. After 15th day, after doing all the forgiveness processes and after talking to her mentally and emotionally with the soul of the baby, because she's also into this meditative path, so she understood all this. So then the baby accepted the mother. So these are very profound experiences that I've also gone through. And I'm sure that so many people who are listening right now, they might have known somebody who might have gone through. And as you said, that it is very important for them to read these books. Echoes of the Soul is also one of the most favorite book of mine, and it is a beautiful book. And definitely, as you suggested and recommended, that these books should be read, like Spirit Babies and all these books. It has to be, it should be. Thank you so much for bringing up this topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharu. Yeah. Yes, Madhvi.
Good morning, all. It was a lovely meditation. I joined a little late, I would say, but still, even in that 5 minutes, also I could able to really breathe. It's really wonderful, wonderful sessions and wonderful readings, especially when you read about all these books. Yeah, it's so much in the books and so much knowledge we need to share and to learn and to know. Really, it's immense pleasure. As you said that when it comes to the baby, also I thought that I would also share something good, like everything, like bad and good, everything related to the birth. I was in 32s, I think 32s or 33s. Some few other friends, I don't know who, but I don't even remember now. They used to say so much negative for me because I was so old. They would say to give a baby, and then I didn't hear, actually. I really didn't hear because they were saying that after 30 plus or something, it's quite difficult for a mother to give, and it's not. And I didn't listen because I had my mom, and she always used to say that go to some nice places, be there, and you have that feelings. From the day one, I could really attach to my baby, actually. So it like I'm talking to her already, and I'm explaining her. You don't believe that me and my husband, we used to write it in the paper that whoever is going to come, they should get the features of like this, like my husband's color, because my color is little brown, so he is fair enough. So then, and my husband's hair is very, very thin, like he's not so, like thick. And we used to write everything on that. You don't believe she came the same way, like that.
Exactly.
That's really wonderful. We always think that how much it was. We didn't know that. Like today, I know when you are speaking, because I'm experienced, and then about the reading the books, because I never read these books. I never had the group of friends or a group of people like you all, who's sharing a lot of knowledge about these, which is unimaginable, or which is we can't even believe it sometimes when you talk all these things, but they are true. They are really true, and they are real. And I today I could able to speak also, but before I couldn't. Like, and it's a really wonderful experience. You're right. From the day one, the mother has so much to go, and even the father together. And as Sharu mentioned and Ram mentioned that yes, the baby and the experiences of what we have is really wonderful, and it's really connected every day and every second and every moment. I think it's really a great experience, I would say. Yes. Yeah, and also I happened to have my friend who got the miscarriage, not miscarriage, but the baby died actually. Miscarriage is something which is even easy to overcome, but it is in Germany actually. Wow, everybody knows about her. Like she lost her baby after 3 or 4 days, I think, because of the breathe or something. she had literally a lot of pain, a lot of pain. I don't
Mm.
believe me that. Then I tried to pull her in the dance, like, she used to organize the dance. When she used to dance a lot, not organize, but she used to dance. Then I
Mm.
wanted to pull her and divert her, that every moment is a different moment. Maybe there is a reason, like as you said, that it was so much painful, and the whole circle of here the in Germany, the world of circle, it was so depressed or upset with her. We would never used to talk to her about anything. We would never. I don't know. That phase was so hard. If I would have known like this, like today's session, I would have really helped her so much. I think I
Yes.
thought. But my way of the way he's making is to give her time and make her to divert. This is the only thing which I did it, like to dance. She was also in one of my dance, and
Mm.
she was a really very good dancer actually, and she really felt very happy, and she tried to divert it. We used to bring her out, and oh, we did a lot, many things actually. And as Charu mentioned it, I think the soul decides, I think, maybe we to be there or not. That's why the soul has left. And
Mm. Yes. I.
the
Hi.
pain was so
Sorry.
much
Hi.
actually. I could learn anyone who comes, but they should not get this. Then we can
Mm.
really share it with the do it like.
Yeah. Very true. Thank you. Thank you so much, Madhvi, for sharing this. Uh, we will never know why the soul had left, and all these things. We never know all these things. Only when we tap into that state, we will understand that why these things are all happened. So good that you have this
Really, Madhuram.
yes.
Yes,
Now that you have this
exactly.
understanding, somewhere it stays like a block. For me, it stayed the miscarriage. As you told, it might be a little simple compared to what she had underwent. But it was like a block in May till 2011. So somebody came and helped me out in a way that I helped myself. So I came out of this. I had came out of this state. So we might think that that this lady who lost a baby is like happy doing all the things, but somewhere it is a block. When you give her this understanding, then this time also, if you are in contact with her, when you give her this understanding, that she will get she will be free. She will it's not, it won't be as a block, because otherwise it will be harboring inside her, like why this had to happen to me. Like somewhere in the subconscious place, it will be troubling her. So when you give this information to her, that will help her release the pains that 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 she's been still carrying. It's not easy, it's not at all easy. So yeah.
Yes, yes, we've seen her actually practically.
Mm.
And thank you so much, Madhuram. I'll
Yeah.
definitely convey her that she has to remove it, because the moment she sees, or the moment she gets that picture, like she
Mm.
literally cries and she's like
Yes.
upset. And I think she's still carrying on. And she has already one child now. He's like 5 years old. He's very cute and very
Mm.
nice. And then I
Mm.
say that remove that photo or remove that picture. No, Madhvi, I have to pray for her. She was a girl. I
Mhm.
have to pray for. I said that remove it so that it's not popping up in your mind. You have a live child, like you have a child who's running all around. Take care about that. But when she goes into the kitchen, she also sees her, and then she's again upset, and she's
Yeah.
like she's facing two faces now. As you're absolutely right. I think I have to convey this to her.
Sometimes when we don't know these things, Madhvi, what we do is we don't appreciate what we have in the life. We don't, though we think we are doing wonders to our the child which is in front of us, but somewhere this is blocking us uh, to do our 100% to that child who is in front of us. So thinking about the one whom we have lost. So it is very, because this child is taking, who is there with her, the boy is feeling everything. We think that he's not understanding, like why we think that kids don't understand, why we think that babies don't understand. They do understand every single thing. They understand. It's just that they don't know how to express. They are no But they understand everything. They are as mature, they're as like as wise as we all are. We should never treat them as a baby. It's just a baby, he doesn't know anything. No, it's very wrong. So we have to treat them as they are masters, as they know everything more than us. They are close to the information, they are close to the plan that they have come. So like they have they they still have these memories of the other worlds. So like so never we should not reject that. Oh, this baby is, he just doesn't know anything, but trust me, like the babies and the children will catch the emotions of the parents, and it will affect their future. So at this young age, if you can communicate this to your friend, it will help her release a lot of pain also in her, and also that the child is in front of her, the boy.
Yes, I'll do that. Absolutely true, Madhuram. It's really, really true. I have to convey her and I have to do it. When you said the babies really recognize it how it is, we also used to play like anything. Like we used to, like my daughter always holds my thumb and sleeps when she was
Mm,
young, and my
mm,
husband was like, every time she holds your tongue, your hand, why? I mean, like your thumb, I will put it. So he removed it, my thumb, and he inserted his thumb and to
mm,
hold it, and my
mm.
daughter rejected, she was
Yes.
so young.
Mm,
Yeah, but the experiences what you're saying is absolutely true. It's really, the babies are the masters, I would say,
yeah.
really. Though they
Yeah.
they can they can find the instincts, they can feel that, yeah, everything, like, yeah,
Mm,
I'll convey her. Thank you so
yeah.
much for that. It
Great.
was one
Great.
wonderful session. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you. Thank
Madhuri.
you.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Indraji, you were sharing something.
Yes. Sorry. I have a question. It's
Mm-hmm.
about morning sickness.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it right to think that morning sickness is caused not
Mm-hmm.
just because of the physical changes that is going on in the, say, pregnant woman's body,
Mm-hmm.
but the baby's soul
Mm-hmm.
also contributes to it. The sort of unsettled
Mm.
state of affairs with the baby's soul can also a factor contributing to it.
Okay, I have never thought about this, Indraji, but it's a beautiful question. I invite anybody who have this experience, please to come up and share on this topic. It's very interesting question. Like you always come up with the interesting questions.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for that. Yes, yes, Sharu, if you have anything to share, because I have no experience of that. I have never thought about it. I've only thought in the physical terms, like yes, because it's a new for the mother and also for the baby. That's the reason why these morning sicknesses and like all these things happen. But in a spiritual level, in a karmic level, I have no clue. Sharu, if you can just throw some light here.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, Indiraji, what the question that you asked is, it has more to do with the physical attributes and the physical body, because we are adjusting another life inside of us, and our muscles are actually expanding. So we have to give a place to that life that is there inside of us, which is growing, and because of that, the expansion takes place. And due to the expansion, there are certain changes, the physical changes that comes into the body of a mother, and that is the reason one of the things that tells us that our muscles and our cells and everything, they are expanding, is the morning sickness also. So it has to do more with the physical attributes of the lady, which is changing, of the woman that is changing. It has nothing to do with the emotional trauma, because I have seen ladies who have been through a lot during their pregnancy, but they have never got any morning sickness or any other issues in their lives. during the pregnancy period. So there's nothing to do with the emotional issues or the challenges that the mother might have gone through during the pregnancy or her life. So it has more to do with the physical changes that a woman is going through. That's what my understanding goes. So, but rest, if there is anybody else who has who knows about this, or a doctor, or maybe a spiritual teacher, or maybe Patri sir is also coming. So
Yeah, we can
you can
ask.
ask this question. Yes. So you can ask this question to Patri sir. He would be able to throw more light on this. So definitely this question can be asked to sir also. So thank you, Indiraji. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Sharu, ma'am. Thank you. That's a very, very good explanation that you gave. From my own experience, my daughter, when she was pregnant, she had a very normal life. Nobody would say from her behavior, or she never had any morning sickness, anything, that she was any different from what she was when she was not pregnant. But come near, as the childbirth approached, or the time that she was nearly about to deliver the baby, she completely broke down. She had what is called this preeclampsia, if you heard about it. It's a disease that it's a very, very rare disease where when a woman is about to give birth, the internal organs of the body can start failing one after the other. This is a terrible situation, and it can very easily cause death. So there's a lot of things going on in the pregnancy. It's a lot of things going on in the pregnancy. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Indraji, for sharing. Yeah. Yes, Matalaji.
I can tell you as a doctor, I think can ask Patriji for spiritual, but so when people have nausea, vomiting during the pregnancy initially, it's because our hormones change and we have metabolic changes. So some people have too much drastic change. So that's the reason. And preeclampsia is a dangerous reason. Sometimes we have early, we have to kind of deliver early. And that's because the blood pressure is elevated during pregnancy. That's also some women have changes with blood pressure and sugars during pregnancy. So medical reasons are there. I don't know the spiritual reasons, so maybe we can ask Patriji, but I'm not sure even if he would know. But there are major, major changes going for women during pregnancy. Actually, in the olden days, it was considered a rebirth for women after giving birth to a baby, because it was so much effect on the woman. So to survive that, it was considered a rebirth for women after delivering a baby. So that's how much changes happen to women during the pregnancy and childbirth. So yeah. So anyway, for being a medical doctor, that's what the changes happen. But spiritually, yeah, maybe Patriji will let us know. Maybe he has some knowledge in that.
Yeah.
We can ask him, right? Madhu,
Yes,
he's coming, you said?
yes, Matalaji. He's coming on May 30th. As for now, the plan is like that. So we can ask him on that day, on the last day, which is on the 49th day. Yep. Great. Thank you so much, Indraji. And
Thank you.
yes. So friends, any other sharings? Okay. So Ram, do you want to share about the evening session, please?
Thank you, Madhu.
Yeah.
Friends, today evening, we will have our meditation session, and we will work again together with the pyramids. You know, last week we all had traveled to Giza pyramids in Egypt, and today we will learn a little bit more about pyramid energy, pyramid power, more details, and then we will also have a meditation with our own astral pyramid that we can, let's say, create by ourselves. So let's all then connect more about pyramid energies, because this is very important aspect that we need to integrate into our lives, which is pyramid energy. Thank you. Thank you, Madhu.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ram. So friends, do not miss it. It is going to be really a wonderful experience. And you let all your friends know about this, because Pyramids are very important, and they are amazing geometrical structures in the entire universe. So let us benefit not only the physical pyramids, but also the astral pyramids, as Ram going to take us to that pyramids. So that's for today, friends. Today evening, which is at 6 p.m. Germany time, which is 9:30 p.m. India time. And for tomorrow, again, an interesting topic, a very interesting topic. It's about soul cluster groups, about the soul groups, the soul family, and all these things. So it is given by Michael Newton. So it is going to be another interesting topic. So please do join us as well tomorrow morning at this time. And friends, my recommendation is to share about these sessions to your friends and to your family, because the phase which we are going through, like everybody is scared of death, everybody is scared of what happens next, like at this panicking state. If we give them the gift of these sessions, making them join these sessions, it will help them a lot. It will help them relieve, like from their pains, or whatever they are seeing in the world. So the fear of death is the one which is not making us live. So let us all gift our friends these sessions. Friends, they can really appreciate the life which they have now. Okay. So yes, friends, this is what I wanted to share. And till we see each other in the evening, have a lovely day and a lovely night for the friends who are connecting from US. So namaste, friends.
Thank you so much. Thank you and have a nice day, all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Sharu.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you, everybody. Good
Thank
day.
you, Pranita. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madhuram. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhvi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Devasmita.
Thank you, everybody. This is really nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Indraji.